Why would you save money when they're printing trillions of dollars? The gap between the 1% and 99% is massive. You see, it's not just money. You have to step back and look at the bigger picture.
So what do you do?
Ever wondered what the richest man in Babylon can teach us about saving? Well, buckle up because today we're uncovering the 10 golden rules of saving inspired by this timeless tale. From paying yourself first to diversifying your investments, we're diving into practical strategies that can transform your financial future. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets to wealth accumulation? Stick around to learn how to live below your means, set clear financial goals, and automate your savings like a pro. Plus, we'll share inspirational stories and tips to keep you engaged and motivated along the way. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of money smart individuals. Let's get started. All right, picture this. You've just cashed in your hard-earned paycheck. Now, before you go splurging on that new gadget or treating yourself to a fancy dinner, here's a golden rule you should live by. Pay yourself first. What does that mean? It's simple. Set aside a chunk of your earnings for your savings before anything else. Think of it like this. When you get paid, you're basically the boss of your money. And just like any good boss, you got to make sure you take care of yourself first. By stashing away some cash for your savings right off the bat, you're laying down the groundwork for a solid financial future. Now I get it. It's tempting to dive headfirst into spending mode as soon as that paycheck hits your account. But trust me, making saving a priority pays off big time in the long run. Plus, once you get into the habit of paying yourself first, it becomes second nature, like brushing your teeth or hitting snooze on your alarm. But hey, I know life can get hectic. And sometimes it's easy to forget to save amidst all the chaos. That's why it's smart to automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account, so you don't even have to think about it. It's like putting your savings on autopilot, ensuring that you're always putting yourself first, no matter what. So remember, the next time you get paid, be sure to show yourself some love by paying yourself first. Now, let's talk about living below your means. Sounds fancy, but it's simpler than you think. Here's the deal. Instead of spending every dollar you earn, try to spend less. Yep, it's as straightforward as that. Think of your income as a pie and your expenses as slices. If you eat less of the pie, you'll have more left over for, you guessed it, saving and investing. Now, I know what you're thinking. But what about all the fun stuff? Don't worry, I'm not saying you have to live like a hermit. It's all about finding a balance between enjoying life and being financially responsible. So how do you actually live below your means? Well, it starts with taking a good look at your expenses. Are there things you're spending money on that you don't really need? Maybe it's eating out at restaurants every week or splurging on designer clothes. Cutting back on these non-essentials frees up more cash for savings. But here's the kicker. Living below your means isn't just about scrimping and saving. It's about being smart with your money. Look for ways to get more bang for your buck. Maybe that means shopping for groceries at a cheaper store or hunting for deals and discounts online. Every little bit adds up. And here's the best part. When you live below your means, you're not just saving money for the sake of it. You're setting yourself up for financial freedom down the road. Imagine being able to afford that dream vacation or retire early because you've been smart with your money. That's the power of living below your means. All right. Let's dive into the next rule of saving inspired by the timeless wisdom of the richest man in Babylon. We're talking about setting clear financial goals. And trust me, this is a game changer when it comes to your money journey. So, picture this, you're on a road trip but you have no destination in mind. Sounds kind of chaotic, right? Well, the same goes for your finances. Without clear goals, you're just wandering aimlessly, not knowing where you're headed. Now, let's break down what setting clear financial goals really means. It's about getting specific about what you want to achieve with your money. Whether it's saving up for that dream vacation, buying a home, or retiring early, having a target gives you something to aim for. And here's the beauty of it. When you have a clear goal in mind, it becomes your North Star, guiding your financial decisions every step of the way. Suddenly, that impulse buy doesn't seem so tempting when you know it's taking you further away from your goals. Now, I know what you're thinking, but how do I set these goals? Well, my friend, it's all about being smart. No, I'm not talking about your intelligence level. I'm talking about setting goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break it down further. Specific means getting crystal clear about what you want. Measurable means setting benchmarks to track your progress. Achievable means setting goals that are within reach but still stretch you a bit. Relevant means aligning your goals with your values and priorities. And time-bound means giving yourself a deadline to keep you accountable. I hope this video is useful for you. If you want more videos like this, please comment "saving money" and I'll keep making them. Now, let's dive into the nitty-gritty of budgeting, the secret sauce to managing your money like a pro. Picture your budget as a roadmap for your finances, guiding you towards your financial goals. It's like having a plan for your money, telling it where to go instead of wondering where it went. Now, you might be thinking, but budgeting sounds boring. Well, fear not, because we're about to spice things up. Creating a budget isn't about depriving yourself of life's pleasures. It's about making informed choices that align with your priorities. Here's how to get started. Grab a pen and paper or fire up your favorite budgeting app, whatever floats your boat. Start by jotting down your income. That's the money flowing into your bank account from your job, side hustle, or any other sources. Next up, tally up your expenses. Think rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, transportation, and yes, even that occasional splurge on your guilty pleasures. Be honest with yourself, and don't forget those sneaky subscriptions that love to drain your bank account. Once you've got the numbers laid out, it's time to play detective. Look for areas where you can trim the fat. Maybe it's dining out less often, cutting back on streaming services, or hunting for better deals on essentials. But wait, there's more. Budgeting isn't a set it and forget it kind of deal. It's a living, breathing document that needs regular check-ins. So make it a habit to review your budget monthly, track your spending, and adjust as needed. Remember, budgeting is your ticket to financial freedom. It's not about restriction, but empowerment. So go ahead, take control of your finances and watch your money work harder for you. All right, let's talk about something that can really throw a wrench in your savings plans. Debt. Now, we're not talking about the kind of debt you might have from buying a house or getting an education. Those can be okay if managed wisely. What we're talking about here is high-interest debt, like credit card debt, that can really eat away at your hard-earned money. Imagine this. You're swiping your card left and right, buying things you don't really need, and before you know it, you're drowning in debt. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket with water. No matter how much you pour in, it just keeps leaking out. So how do you avoid this debt trap? Well, first off, be mindful of your spending habits. Before you swipe that card, ask yourself if it's something you really need or just something you want in the moment. It's all about separating needs from wants and prioritizing your financial health. Next, if you already have some debt hanging over your head, don't panic. There are strategies you can use to tackle it head-on. Ever heard of the snowball method? It's all about paying off your smallest debts first while making minimum payments on the rest. Once that small debt is gone, you move on to the next one, and before you know it, you're debt-free. And hey, if the snowball method doesn't sound like your cup of tea, there's always the avalanche method. With this approach, you focus on paying off debts with the highest interest rates first, saving you money in the long run. Now, don't get us wrong, credit cards aren't all bad. When used responsibly, they can actually be a useful tool for building credit and earning rewards. Just remember to pay off your balance in full each month to avoid those pesky interest charges. Now let's talk about the superhero of your financial life, the emergency fund. Picture it as your trusty sidekick, always ready to swoop in and save the day when life throws you a curveball. Now, what exactly is an emergency fund? Well, it's like a stash of cash set aside, specifically for those unexpected expenses that pop up out of nowhere. Think car repairs, medical bills, or sudden job loss. Having an emergency fund is like having a secret weapon in your financial arsenal. It gives you peace of mind, knowing that you're prepared for whatever life throws your way. So how do you go about building this financial safety net? Start by calculating how much you'd need to cover your essential expenses for a few months. Aim for at least 3 to 6 months' worth. Once you've got your target amount in mind, start squirreling away those dollars in a separate savings account. Keep it easily accessible but separate from your day-to-day funds to avoid the temptation of dipping into it for non-emergencies. And remember, building your emergency fund is a marathon, not a sprint. So chip away at it little by little. And before you know it, you'll have a cushion to fall back on when life throws you a curveball. Now here's the kicker. Don't just set it and forget it. Your emergency fund needs regular check-ins to make sure it's still up to snuff. Life changes, expenses fluctuate, and your emergency fund should evolve along with them. So, make it a habit to revisit your fund regularly and adjust as needed. With your trusty emergency fund by your side, you'll be ready to tackle whatever life throws your way, and that's a financial superpower worth having. All right, let's dive into the segment, Automating Your Savings, inspired by the 10 rules of saving from the richest man in Babylon. Imagine this. You've got your paycheck in hand, and it's time to think about your future. Now, the richest man in Babylon didn't have the luxury of modern technology, but we do. So let's talk about automating your savings. Here's the deal. Automating your savings is like putting your money on autopilot. You set it up once, and then you can sit back and watch your savings grow without even thinking about it. It's like having a little financial helper working for you behind the scenes. So, how does it work? Well, first things first, you'll want to figure out how much you want to save from each paycheck. Start small if you need to, but the key is consistency. Once you've got that number in mind, you can set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. Now, here's where it gets really cool. You can also set up automatic contributions to your retirement fund, if you have one. That way, you're not just saving for today, you're also building a nest egg for your future self. And the best part? You can gradually increase the amount you're saving over time. As you earn more or cut back on expenses, you can bump up your automatic contributions without even lifting a finger. Think about it like this. By automating your savings, you're taking the first step towards financial freedom. You're telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. And that, my friends, is a powerful way to build wealth, one automated transfer at a time. Now let's talk about investing, but don't worry, I'll keep it simple and easy to understand. Investing is like planting seeds for your financial garden. You put in a little bit of money now, and with time and patience, you watch it grow into something bigger. Now, there are lots of ways to invest your hard-earned cash, like stocks, bonds, real estate, and mutual funds. Think of it as choosing different flavors of ice cream. Some might be riskier, like trying a new flavor you've never had before, while others are safer, like sticking with your favorite classic flavor. But here's the thing. Before you start investing, you need to know what you're getting into. Do your homework, read up on different investment options, and understand the risks involved. It's like mapping out your route before a road trip. You want to know where you're headed and how to get there safely. Now let me share a story that'll inspire you. Have you heard of Chris Sacca? He's a former Google executive turned venture capitalist who invested early in companies like Twitter, Instagram, and Uber. Sacca's journey from a struggling entrepreneur to a savvy investor is a testament to the power of smart investing and taking calculated risks. So, if you're feeling hesitant about diving into the world of investing, just remember that even the most successful investors started somewhere. And remember, investing is a long-term game. It's not about getting rich quick, it's about patiently growing your wealth over time. All right, let's talk about spreading out your investments like you're spreading peanut butter on toast. It's all about diversification. So, imagine you have a basket, and instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, you spread them out into different baskets. That way, if one basket has a crack, you won't lose all your eggs. Now, when we say diversify, we mean spreading your money across different types of investments. Think stocks, bonds, real estate, you name it. Each type of investment behaves differently, so when one goes down, another might go up, balancing things out. Here's a simple example. Say you put all your money into one company's stock and that company hits a rough patch. Oh, your investment takes a nosedive. But if you had spread your money into different stocks, maybe some in tech, some in healthcare, and some in consumer goods, the hit wouldn't sting as much because not all industries go through rough patches at the same time. And it's not just about different industries, it's also about different parts of the world. So while the economy might be booming in one country, it could be struggling in another. By investing globally, you're not putting all your eggs in one country's economic basket. Remember what Will Rogers said, "Don't gamble, take all your savings and buy some good stock, and hold it till it goes up, then sell it. If it don't go up, don't buy it." Wise words indeed. So diversify your investments like a pro and watch your wealth grow no matter what the market throws your way. Now, let's uncover the importance of reviewing and adjusting your financial plans regularly. Think of it like tuning up your car to keep it running smoothly. Now, life is full of surprises, right? Goals change, circumstances shift, and market conditions fluctuate. That's why it's crucial to stay on top of your financial game by conducting regular checkups. So, how often should you review your finances? Well, there's no one-size-fits-all answer, but aim for at least once a year. Take a deep dive into your savings, investments, and expenses to see if everything's still on track. But wait, there's more. Life events can throw a curveball into your plans. Maybe you got a promotion, had a baby, or decided to pursue a new passion. These changes can impact your financial goals, so it's essential to reassess and adjust accordingly. And let's not forget about those market ups and downs. Economic conditions can influence the performance of your investments, so keep an eye on things and be prepared to pivot if necessary. Now I know what you're thinking. But how do I conduct a financial checkup? Great question. Start by reviewing your budget, savings accounts, investment portfolio, and debt situation. Look for areas where you can optimize and make adjustments as needed. Remember, financial planning is a journey, not a destination. By staying proactive and flexible, you'll be better equipped to navigate whatever twists and turns come your way. So schedule that annual financial checkup and keep steering towards your goals. So, there you have it. Guys, the secrets to financial success, straight from the pages of The Richest Man in Babylon. By following these 10 rules of saving, you'll be well on your way to achieving your financial goals and living a life of abundance. Remember, it's never too late to start saving and investing in your future. If this video was beneficial to you, make sure to check out my follow-up video for a comprehensive understanding that builds on what you've just learned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to our channel. I appreciate your support and see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy financial and abundant life.